Hey everybody, and welcome to stage 5 of the Tour de France. It's the individual time trial, the first one, the flatter one. There will be a mountain style time trial later on in the race, but today we have 33 kilometers starting and ending in the city of Cannes, and we are in the deciding phase right now. Everybody is on the road, and the top, I'd say 25 or 30 riders, because they start in reverse order with the maillot jaune, the yellow jersey, going last, and that's Mathieu van der Poel. He is out on the road, and Pogacar just in front of him, Vingegaard in front of him, as you can see down here. Pro Cycling Stats has a wonderful visual presentation of exactly where folks are. You can see Roglic is just about to finish. Felix Gall is already in. Um, Not quite sure. He looks like his last time he was around 12th to 15th. Early on, we had Luke Plapp setting an early margin. Um, and then he got bested by Ivan Romeo, and then Eduardo Affini was the fastest. And I think if we look down here at the finish, we still have Affini in first. Like I said, with the best 20 fellas still to come across. Bruno Armirel, just 2 seconds back, and then there's already a bit of a gap. Florian Lipovitz had a great day. He is in third, and Ivan Romeo dropped to fourth. Luke Plapp already 44 seconds back. So there are going to be some big gaps today. Roglic in the head-to-head time splits looks like he is losing time on Affini in a big way. 23 seconds at the first intermediate, 45 at the second, and 51 seconds at the third. So I expect him to lose close to a minute overall to Affini, which would put him only around 10th with another 20 people still to come. Now, not everybody um, is that great at time trialing, but it seems like Roglic is not necessarily on. He's come across now. There we go. He did actually finish strong and reduce that gap to 46 seconds, puts him in seventh, but still quite a few left to go. At the timing points, if we go through, you can see that Plapp had the fastest start. He was 2 seconds ahead of Evenepoel, Pogacar 3 back, Vingegaard 22 seconds back, and 20 off of Evenepoel and Pogacar at timing point number 1. At timing point number 2, um, Evenepoel actually lost more time to Platt and Affini and had dropped to 8 seconds behind. So that second section was not great for Evenepoel, but then he turned it around and really started pouring it on, averaging 53K per hour through timing point 3, and that put him up on Affini at that point. So if we go back up to the map, we can see Evenepoel is here. He's got probably about 7 minutes to go. Let's see, 37, 28. Yeah, he's probably got less than 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes to go. And then we should have a new leader um, for the stage. Now, going back, now that everybody is in, um, Pro Cycling Stats, again, does such a great job here. Anybody who goes through any time check is in this list. Um, and that's interesting if you're trying to follow people who maybe um, aren't in the top 10, like Felix Gall. He just came in 39.46 to 31 off in 25th. So he will be a good 3.5 to 4, maybe 4.5 minutes off the yellow jersey by the time today is over, and he's going to have to make his moves in the mountain stages that are still to come. Um, Looking now at timing point 1 with everyone. Now I don't know if everyone is is through it. I haven't seen Van der Poel. Van der Poel is through timing point 1. Where is he on the list here? He was only in 14th, 30 seconds down. So that's why he's not showing up on the top 10 list here in timing point 1. So again, Luke Platt with the best first section, then Evenepoel and Pogacar second and third. Vingegaard, as we said, had lost a good 20 seconds there. He's not quite at timing point 2 yet. Kevin Vauquelin having a great spring. Have been doing really well. He's in 7th at the first timing point, but that now we see that he has dropped to 10th. And now at timing point 3, still waiting. You can see there Roglic in 9th overall, and at the finish made up quite a bit of time, a good 16 seconds, and that tells us that Affini did start to fade, even though he's still in first on paper. He did start to fade and gave back 16 seconds to Roglic at the end. So I guess Roglic really paced himself. So you see Nils Pollitt there in 10th. UAE, really important guy for leading out. Pogacar, especially on the climbs. Let's see who's going to be next to come through here. If we look at the map, Johansson, and then Evenepoel and Skjelmose. It looks like Evenepoel has passed Skjelmose on the road, making up that 90-second start differential. I think they were starting today 90 seconds apart. Give me just a second here. I'm still going to be working the other screen a little bit for a sec. All right, so we're back. Again, Evenepoel, we have a bit of a downhill over the last few kilometers. It looks like he's really pushing hard. You can see the line there between him and Skjelmose is starting to really get a gap there. So he's pulling away from him. I mean, Skjelmose is a good rider, but you could see that Evenepoel just reeled him in and rolled right on by, and those two lines are getting further and further apart. What do we have here now? Anybody new? So Pogacar through the second timing point, 20 seconds back of Plapp's time, but more relevant, 12 seconds behind Tadej Pogacar. Vauquelin is a solid 32 seconds behind Remco, and I think this is going to be the day where Remco makes up some of that time that he had lost early on. It's been much tighter, the way that Tour de France has been set up this year was a lot tighter. The gaps that are really neat visualization here on procyclingstats.com. The 10-year average of the time gaps for the top 5, more than double what it is this year. I mean, we got 5 guys well within a minute this year, and in past years there were difficult stages early on that kind of brought out more separation. All right, so timing point 3, and we see that Vauquelin has now lost 43 seconds to Remco Evenepoel, and Roglic was even a minute behind there at that time. I think it's still going to be pretty close. I mean, Remco's certainly on his way. Up here, he has finished now. He has finished, and wow, 22 seconds gained over Eduardo Affini between timing point 3 and the finish, putting Remco in the first person to go under 37 minutes. Comes in 36:42 at a speed of 54 kilometers per hour. Pretty impressive. Aided, no doubt, by that nice little downhill towards the end there. You can see here on the map. And maybe just before the finish, it kind of ticks up again just a little bit. But you can see that the hits are coming quick now. We've got Almeida, Only, Vauquelin. Who else we got there? Matteo Jorgensen, Vingegaard, Pogacar, and Van der Poel still out there. I don't see Van der Poel in the top 10 of any of the time checks so far. A minute down. He's only 19th at the first time. No, at time. Here we go. Van der Poel 105 back at time check number 2. So you can see him there just past timing point 2. That gap, this 90-second gap, should be about this distance. I think Vingegaard and Pogacar is a little quicker, so that 90-second gap might be something like around here. And Van der Poel just losing time, hand over fist to Pogacar now, and it's going to get more. So definitely going to be somebody new in yellow today. Most likely looks like it's going to be Pogacar. Just got to keep an eye on the timing points here to see. So at timing point 2, yeah, Pogacar was only 12 back, not enough to lose him, the yellow jersey, to Evenepoel. I think Evenepoel still, 49 or seconds back. You can double check that real quick. Yeah, I think it was still around 49 seconds. So here we are again. Waiting for those next split times. Again, really cool graphics here. Time gap development as they show Affini, Evenepoel, Pogacar, Vingegaard, and Van der Poel. Van der Poel at T2 now 7 seconds lost there. And yeah, you can really see how the times went away. Affini's time went away after T2. He was still up on Evenepoel and then was 11 seconds down at T3 and 33 down at the finish. So, all right. Latest finisher. Wow, Vingegaard only 13th at time point 3. That's the latest message. João Almeida, Portuguese rider, has come across in 6th. Nice result for him. It's going to keep his hopes alive. Pogacar now into timing point 3, just 17 seconds behind Evenepoel. So again, what was he before? He was 12, now he's 17, lost an extra 5 seconds. Evenepoel We're going to see now if it was just him riding fast or if Affini really lost that much time. But on course, now we have only just came across. Let's see, don't have his time yet up there. Yes, 18th, 2:02 back. So people losing quite a bit of time. You see Roglic lost 1:19. Tobias Foss still in the top 10. He'll be dropped out of there pretty quick. Luke Platt, I thought would have done a little better. 7th overall, and that's not going to get better. It can only get worse with people still on the road. How many riders do we still have out there? Enric Mas is getting caught by Kevin Vauquelin, then Jorgensen. So what do we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riders left on course. Enric Mas not having a great day. He started 2 minutes. Enric Mas started 2 minutes before Kevin Vauquelin. Vauquelin has already caught him. So it's going to be an absolutely awful day for Enric Mas. Let's see. I think even at the timing point 3, he was nowhere near the top 10. Vauquelin was 43 seconds behind, so he's going to lose a bit. He's ahead of Evenepoel up to now, but yeah, that's going to change. So definitely a lot of change coming up here. Just going to pull up the stage 4. So yeah, overall in the GC after yesterday, Van der Poel and Pogacar tied. Van der Poel gets the yellow based on points, I guess. Vingegaard was 8 back, Jorgensen 19, Vauquelin 26, Evenepoel 58. So that's the gap that we're going to be focused on. That 58 seconds between Tadej Pogacar and Remco Evenepoel. Only was 7th. He's going to drop down a good deal. Yeah, and Vingegaard was 8 seconds, so his difference to Evenepoel was 50. So looking for Vingegaard now. Yeah, Vingegaard had already lost 49 seconds to Pogacar by T3. So he didn't even show up in the top 10 there. And if he lost 49 to him, that means he lost over a minute to Remco. So Vingegaard not having a great day. Looks like he will drop down the GC behind Evenepoel. The only question left really, I think, is now whether or not Evenepoel can make up enough time on Pogacar to take gold, and that would be 58 seconds. That's our delta that we're looking for today. So T3, Pogacar was 17 back. That's pretty positive for him. He'd have to lose 41 more seconds there. Vauquelin was only 32 up. He's already lost 43 at TP3, 49 in the finish. So he's also behind. What about Matteo Jorgensen? I don't see him anywhere. He was 111 at TP3. So Jorgensen will lose enough time to fall behind um, Remco. and Enric Mas as well. We saw that he had um, is having a very poor showing today on an innocuous looking time trial. Let's be honest, there's not a lot of height differential here. I don't know if there were any like short steep climbs, but it looked like a basic pure power 33K today. Jorgensen coming down the final kilometers now. We have just 4 riders left on the road, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Volkerland, like we said, 49 seconds behind. I don't think we have to even look at Affini. I mean, this is what he does. He's a great time trialist. Um, I guess he was hoping for more today, but so still in second. Definitely be a top 5, top 6. Great result for him. Um, he seems to always be capable of top 5s or better in Grand Tour time trials. Matteo Jorgensen, 10th. He's come across in 10th, 119 back. Let's see, where does that put him? Um, trying to look at yesterday's results real quick. He was 19 seconds. Now he's lost 119 to Evenepoel. So he'll be a minute. How much did he have? He had 39. Yeah, 40 seconds. He'll be 40 seconds behind Evenepoel when all is said and done. Vingegaard comes across in 12th, 121 back. That's going to put him 31 seconds behind Evenepoel in the GC. And, you know, it was just everybody just running down the hill now. Van der Poel, the gap to Pogacar is just getting bigger and bigger. This is not looking good for Van der Poel. Trying to see if I can find. Here we go. He was 105 back at the second. And now he's through the third. So, yeah, it's over for Van der Poel as far as GC goes. We know he's not the strongest in the mountains. So now it really comes down to this final bit here. It'll all be over shortly. I think Pogacar just came. Did he just? Yeah, he just came through. 16 seconds. So Pogacar is finished. 16 seconds behind. He was 58 up, so he's going to get 42 seconds. I don't. Do they get the 10, 6, and 4? I'm going to have to check that in a minute to see if Evenepoel will get an extra 10. And if Pogacar stays in second, which he will, he'll get 6. So that'll be another 4. So it'll be a 20-second net gain. That'll bring Remco back from 58 seconds down to 38 seconds down. So he did his job. He kept everybody behind him except for Pogacar. Overall, I mean, we're going to wait for Van der Poel to come through. Looks like it may be Pogacar 1 and Remco Evenepoel second overall in the GC in just a couple of minutes here. Yeah, Pogacar did well. He stayed within 6 or 7 tenths of a second between timing point 3 and the finish. that last section there. Didn't give up any more time to Evenepoel. So very tight there. Affini still in third, will stay in third. So nice for him. A podium finish for the day for Affini, Evenepoel, Van der Poel is struggling. So he started a minute and a half to 2 minutes behind Pogacar, and Pogacar was very quick. So this could be a good three minutes and change before he gets to the finish line. Enric Mas, trying to see where he ended up. Or 33, almost 3 minutes. He lost almost 3 minutes. And 3 minutes to Tadej, plus or minus any bonus seconds that might still come. So he's definitely not in the top 5 or 6. He was sixth coming into the day. Yeah, a lot of people going in the wrong direction. Vingegaard going in the wrong direction. Van der Poel, even Vauquelin with his, but yeah, fifth overall, still 49 seconds. Puts him, see, 49 and 32, 17 seconds behind. So Vauquelin actually also limited damage. Again, he's been having an absolutely fantastic spring, a lot of good results. And we shall see now. So fastest riders between 2 and 3, time check 2 and 3, Evenepoel, Pogacar, Vauquelin, João Almeida. But João Almeida, it wasn't enough for him to finish in the top 10. He must have just faded quite a bit then. Yeah, Mathieu van der Poel was already 125 down at the third checkpoint. So, yep, I think we're all in. I don't see Van der Poel on the map anymore. The tracking is off for him. Trying to see Van der Poel was 105 at the second, 124 at the third, 144. He lost another 20 seconds between TP3 and the finish. So, yeah, there we have it. The top 10 for today. Remco Evenepoel in 36:42 with an average speed of 54 kilometers per hour. Tadej Pogacar will be in yellow, 16 seconds behind Evenepoel. Eduardo Affini doing what he does best, doing well in the time trials, 33 seconds back. Bruno Amiral, 35 seconds back. PGC contenders. Vauquelin, limited to damage, 49 seconds, will only be 17 behind Evenepoel. So Evenepoel, let's see, if he gains 16, if he gets another 4, he'll gain 20. He'll go from 58 seconds behind to 38 seconds behind. I think he'll be in second. Let's try to see if they've already updated on the next stage here. So yeah, the stage results now have, let me bring that up on this screen here because now we have it. Now the website's kind of full results. Let's go stage 5 because I'm seeing, here we are. So like we said, Remco wins it, Pogacar second, Affini Amaral, Vauquelin in fifth, Florian Lipowitz with another great result. He's got to be the team leader now for Bora. Um, Ivan Romeo in seventh, João Almeida in eighth, Luke Plapp still gets his top 10. Pablo Castillo from Movistar, two Movistar guys in the top 10. That's great. Roglic, well, Jorgensen in 11th, Roglic in 12th, but losing a lot of time. Um, Vingegaard in 13th, so Jorgensen, Roglic, Vingegaard 11th, 12th, and 13th. Wow. Niels Pollitt, nice job in 16th. Van der Poel finished 18th, a minute 8, yeah, more than a minute 8 behind. It was like a minute 20 something behind. Anyway, let's look at the GC now because those results have been updated. Yep. So doesn't seem like there are any bonus seconds. So 42 seconds back now. Pogacar in yellow. Evenepoel 42 seconds back. Kevin Vauquelin 59 seconds back. Vingegaard at 113. Jorgensen at 122. Van der Poel at 128. So there's going to be a lot of good fight going on for there. But I think eventually Vingegaard and Jorgensen will distance Van der Poel as it gets steeper. João Almeida at 153. And then Roglic in eighth already 2.5 minutes back, right there with Florian Lipowitz. So at some point we have to see who's going to be the team leader. I think on paper it's Roglic, but Lipowitz seems to have what it takes right now. Enric Mas down in 13th already, 3.5 minutes back. Carlos Rodriguez in 16th. Felix Gall 4.5 minutes back in 18th. Gained places, lost time. Again, looked for him to move towards the top 10 as it gets steep. So there you have it. The final half hour or so of stage 5 of the Tour de France, the time trial 33K. Remco basically destroying almost everybody. Doing a great job there. 36:42 his time, 16 seconds over Pogacar, who showed why he's still the hands-on favorite to win it all. Just don't know if Remco can stay with him when it gets really steep. And unfortunately, when you have Vingegaard already a minute 13 behind, how does he make that up? All Pogacar has to do is sit on his wheel. The second time trial will be really interesting because it'll be very, very steep. I think it's only 10K, but it's like 600 or 700 vertical meters. So that'll be pretty exciting. So there you have it. We are done for today. Stage 5 in the books. It was what a lot of people thought would happen. Remco Evenepoel takes first. Tadej Pogacar keeps it close and takes over the yellow jersey. And we'll see how it goes next. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care for now. Bye-bye.